I won't.
I got a Sonic one.
Sonic game.
I want to have a look at that. Sonic game for your new Game Boy. I don't know how to play this. Are you Sonic? No, London.
They say that the past is just a memory, but when that memory's a blue hedgehog, it tends to have a way of racing back into your life. The day I first encountered the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise was my birthday in 2006, I think, when I got my very first console, a Nintendo DS, and for it, my very first game, Sonic Rush. Since then, I have been locked in with the blue blur. Through all the highs and lows of the franchise, it's been almost a comfort to me that this silly blue rodent has been with me every step of the way. Sure, say what you will about the quality of the games. For me, they were, and still are, a window into a simpler time when all that mattered was getting lost in these worlds and its stories and characters. And to me, there was one Sonic game that stood above the rest, one that celebrated a legacy while looking to the future with hope. That game's name is Sonic Generations. It was crazy to me at the time that Sonic, my favorite blue guy, had reached 20 whole years of being around. I was like, what? This guy has a history and he's been here before me? Like 20. For a 10-year-old? That's ancient. On top of that, there was an elusive collector's edition that 10-year-old me could not stop thinking about. It was hard enough for a kid to find in Australia, let alone afford. So I never got it. And for a long time, that's the way the story went. It's important to consider the impact that nostalgia can have on us. Sometimes it's seen as a marketing ploy, it's like, remind you of the way that you felt in order to sell you something that sells itself on that remembrance. But I think that in moderation, nostalgia can be a powerful tool and even a vehicle for growth. I think for me, Sonic became that vehicle. I mean, look at the character. He embodies the idea of a free spirit. He's always striving to do the right thing, maintaining optimistic even in the face of certain defeat. That is some powerful stuff for a young, impressionable kid to latch onto. So over the years, as various birthdays and Christmases would go by, I'd slowly build up my collection and, in turn, deepen my bond with the series. It's not even about the series from a materialistic, objective point of view. It's about the way that I felt. Excited, carefree, and connected to something that was bigger than myself. Even though I never got that collector's edition, Sonic Generations in particular is special to me. It could even be the reason I view the franchise this way. As an anniversary title, it celebrated the past while guiding itself towards the future by blending classic levels and styles and ideas with modern gameplay, design, and concepts. It was a great way to showcase the evolution of the series, and it also helped that the actual game itself was pretty damn good. For a while, it was my favorite game of all time. Over the years, as I got older, engaging with the series became less about the gameplay or the level design or the stories, and more about reconnecting with that part of me. Revisiting each game allows me to revisit the corresponding stage of my life and see just how far I've come. Which sounds really overdramatic, but it's true. Just like Generations, it's a way to connect to the past and look to the future with hope. It's a reminder that we shouldn't forget what made us the way we are as we grow and change. It's also a reminder that we grow and change into adults who occasionally have a thing that we on the internet like to call adult money, which, when opportunity strikes, lets me do something like this. So, a couple weeks back, I was browsing the new stock at the local game stores around me, and that's when I saw it. It was just sitting there casually as if it had been waiting for me this whole time. I mean, the thing was pristine. It looked brand new. I'd actually given up on ever getting this. It's one of those things where, you know, I actively looked for it for a while, and then after refusing to pay outrageous prices on sites like eBay or whatever, I'd given up, and it would remain an unfulfilled dream. Which, now that I mention it, sounds really over-dramatic, but whatever. It's like I said before, this game means a lot to me. Over the years, this collector's edition specifically has evolved from, you know, fun game with cool statue to more of a tangible representation of the impact that the game and the series has had on me over the years. Finally having it in front of me feels like a nice full circle moment. It's not just about the game or the statue, but it's about acknowledging how far I've come and how my passions have grown with me, and how it's sometimes okay to hold on to a memory. It's a reminder that our memories and our experiences shape us, and that when we do look back on them, we should see how far we've come. Just like Sonic Generations, we should celebrate our past and look to the future with hope. And then we should do a remaster where you can play as Shadow the Hedgehog and you have real crazy alien powers.